Hello guys, this is Brewing here, and welcome back to another video. And today, this is episode 91 of Desert Survival. And if you hear me louder, well, that's because I actually am testing my headphones mic. I actually did this on a stream in the past, so yeah, for what it sounds like, my voice sounds rougher, although it's a lot louder. So I think, let me know in the comment section, please, what you guys think of this new mic. This will be temporary. I will eventually get a gaming mic. I'll see if I can get it like as a Christmas present or whatever. I don't know, but yeah. Or I mean a gaming mic where I don't sound really quiet because that's been my issue lately. In this episode, what we'll be doing is we're actually going to be going to the Nether because what we will be doing is extending the Nether tunnels. And why? Well, you'll see. So, with the release of 1.21 for a long time, I was thinking about making a new gold farm. Now, the problem about this one is, well, there's several problems. First off, they only get into four sections instead of one. Second, there's also problems with minecarts constantly stopping because Optify Piglins get in there. I've only recently fixed it, but one of the things I'll change is getting all of these guys into one section. And the reason why I mainly decided to do this on the update for 1.21 was because of the crafter. I was thinking, rather than manually crafting them like I have to with here, why not automatic craft them to gold blocks so that I can use them and yeah. Now I already planned out a place for this new gold farm. It's going to be basically directly this way, almost directly this way. So yeah, that's going to be the way I go. For wondering, there's like a lot of places where there weren't nether wastes around here. Like, if, for example, if I went this way, there was a pocket of nether wastes, although it would be too small to make a gold farm. So yeah, that's why it's gonna be a little while, but yeah. I did gather the resources I need off camera and all of these shulker boxes, as you can see. Let me place them all down real quick. And yeah, they're not in any particular order, but I've got a lot of resources to complete this. I also have some leftover ones from the last time I built this section over here. And yeah, and also with the glass panes, I made too many of them. I didn't realize how efficient my villager setup was. So now to start it, what I'm gonna do is just do this section right here to where we need to end up. I'm trying to remember chords. Okay, I think I've got them memorized. I think it's 48 112. I was going to build the center of a gold farm. I think that's what I decided on. So yeah, that's basically directly this way and just a tad bit to the left. And this is 110, so it'd probably be a few blocks more to the left. I did to the nearest multiple of 16 just to make things easier to calculate. But yeah, let's go out this way. So it'll probably not be 112 exactly. Probably be a little bit more, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, let's now build this tunnel all the way to where we need it to go. So here's where it will go. Let's see if all the zombie-type piglins are respawned. Okay, still a bit left, it looked like. But yeah, it's a pretty far distance, as you can see. Although I think that's fine, since the gold farm will be a bit further offset that direction. So that corner shouldn't interfere because of that. So now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do this wall first. That's what I did with this section. I did one of the walls first, like all the way. And then I mirrored that on the other side. Alright, I've got this little bit with the blackstone and the warped wood in. Now, I'm not going to put the buttons now. I'm going to save them for later. So yeah, next what we need to do is get these stairs in, and then we can do the walls. I've got the basin, and now it's time to do the walls. And while we do the walls, I think I will do my daily rant. Yay! And today's rant will be about climate change. And yes, I am well aware of the irony of talking about this while I'm in the Nether. This wasn't even planned. This was just a stupid coincidence. Anyways, yeah, so there's this is something that I like absolutely hate to talk about because there's so much misinformation on both sides, and it's infuriating. Now, when I talk about this, I usually talk about the left and how there's misinformation spreading around there. Although, I mean, the reality is that I haven't ran into a lot of people, well, anyone in fact who's like extremely far right, so I don't really know that side of spectrum. But yeah, I'm not saying that they're any better. Both sides are so incorrect. It's stupid. And this is kind of someone who is a complete astronomy geek. So, yeah, the world's not going to end in 5 years. Okay? It's not. And nor is climate change fake. Well, actually, well, what I mean there is climate change is real. Like, you can actually see it. Now, why it's happening, well, that's debated. You see, the left claims that it's because of human activity. The right claims that it's, if they're a bit smarter, they might claim that it's just the Earth's natural tendencies to heat up and cool down. Or if they're an absolute idiot, they'll just say that doesn't exist. And the reality is that you want to know the answer? Now, getting to know, I live in a very far left area of the U.S., so I've heard this perspective a lot. You see, a lot of people on the far left accuse the people on the far right of I'm falling of not using any science whatsoever. And I mean, to be honest, with some of the stuff I hear from the right, yeah, I do agree, like saying climate change is fake or whatever. But at the same time, so the shit I hear on the left isn't much better. It's completely pseudoscientific. Like, have you seen those Just Stop Oil protests? I don't know how common they are anymore, although, oh my god, that infuriates me every time I see them. It's ridiculous. The Earth is not going to die in 5 years. Greta Thunberg said that in 2017. And guess what? The Earth isn't Venus. We're still alive, and it's 7 years later. Like, this is actual BS. And let me get the actual science in. So, from I think it's the 50s to now, could be a bit earlier. No, I think it's beginning of 19th century now. I'm trying to remember. Although the Earth has only heated up by 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. Okay, I have not studied this stuff in a while. I'm okay. You know what? I'm actually looking it up right now. Like I said, I haven't realized like how rusty I'm at this source stuff. So hold on. Looked it up. It's 1 degree Celsius. 1 degree Celsius or 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Now this is actually much larger than anything. You see, when I first saw this, I was like, "That's pathetic. Like that's nothing." Although you got to realize that every day is 2 degrees Fahrenheit or 1 degree Celsius warmer. Now since I'm an American, I'm gonna be using Fahrenheit for this example, but let's say it's 46 degrees Fahrenheit sometime in, let's say the early spring. I mean, I guess it depends on where you live. That means that if it was 46 degrees Fahrenheit in 1850 or 1900 or whatever, that means that it would be 48 degrees Fahrenheit now. Or in Celsius, that would be, if it would be 8 degrees Celsius before and 9 degrees Celsius after. That still seems very minimal. But the thing is that it's every single day of the year, and that actually makes a drastic impact on snowfall and that sort of stuff. Now, it barely snows where I live currently, or where I was born. Although, where I go to college now, that's not the case at all. It used to snow a lot more. Although, people have said there that climate change is very noticeable. It's not snowing anywhere near as much as it is now. And this is the cumulative effect of it being a couple degrees Celsius or 1 degree Celsius more warmer than normal. So why did I bring this up when I'm talking about how wrong the far left is? I mean, from now, it only seems like I'm just proving their point. With climate change is getting warmer. Well, you see, the thing is that 1 degree Celsius, that's in 150 years. So the source also said per decade it increases by around a tenth of a degree Fahrenheit. So that means that if you're saying that, it would only temperature globally would only increase by zero point 0.5 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're saying that that would be the tipping point, which would cause all of the world's oceans to boil and that sort of stuff. No, that's not how the world works. And here's the thing, the Earth has tolerated much harsher climates than this. It has tolerated way harsher. It has gone through ice ages and has gone through points where the average temperature is over twice what it is now in Celsius. Now I think it's like around 15 degrees Celsius. It used to be back in the Jurassic era or the era of the dinosaurs. It used to be twice that at 30 degrees Celsius. Now I do actually have a couple of sources here that I kind of remember from. I'm going to try to link them in the description so that you guys can understand what I'm talking about. I also hate ripping information off of other people. It's just something I don't like to do. It's scummy. I mean, even if it was legal, I wouldn't do it. It's just scummy. I mean, it's their work. That's a different discussion. Kind of a bit of a plagiarism nerd, right? Because of that. We are actually in an ice age now. That might be weird to think about, although there isn't supposed to be ice on the poles. For the longest time, since the breakup of Pangea, Antarctica was a grain continent. It was an archipelago, actually. Although it wasn't until only 35 million years ago where it froze over. And keep in mind, it's been on the South Pole for a lot longer. So it's been there like since 100 million years ago. So it was a green continent for much longer than it is now, or than it has been an ice continent, which is quite weird to think about. But that's how the Earth normally is. There normally is not ice in the poles. Yet we do have some now. Now there is problems with climate change. I will get to that later, but yeah. So in fact, global warming, the Earth has been warming for the last 10,000 years or so. The ice age used to be much worse. There used to be ice sheets in South America. There used to be ice sheets. Ice sheets used to cover up basically the entirety of the British Isles. It used to be way worse. It got down all the way to the U.S. in North America, and it's been slowly heating up. This has been a gradual change overall. This is science, by the way. This is actual science. And because of that, that does mean that in theory, we should expect a warmer Earth. We should expect global warming. That's what the Earth is naturally doing. Now, there is one big caveat here. It's the rate. That's the problem. You see, the Earth is naturally warming. That's just what it's doing by science. Although the rate is a bit high. Or at least from what we know, it's a bit high. And this is why scientists suspect that a lot of climate change is human-made. It's because of the increase. Although I was actually informed by my chemistry professor during the summer, actually, that apparently there was a new study which came out, which basically disproved everything. They said that climate change only reflects off of how the atmosphere was 1,000 years ago. So basically, we'd be emitting the same amount of carbon dioxide now as the medieval era. That's what it's saying. Now, is this correct? We don't know. That's science. If it's incorrect, do we shame the hell out of these people? No. That's not how science works. I'll give you an example. Fermi, I don't remember his first name. I'm just going to put it that way. He won a Nobel Peace Prize for building the first nuclear reactor. When the atomic bomb was being tested, he was also part of the Manhattan Project of the USA, which tested atomic bombs. What he thought would happen was that if you exploded the atomic bomb, it would cause a chain reaction in the atmosphere and blow up and incinerate catch the entire atmosphere on fire, remove the entire thing off the face of the Earth, and that in turn would remove all life off of Earth as well, along with all water. Guess what? The atomic bombs are tested. We're still here. He was wrong, well, thankfully, but that doesn't mean that like we should ignore his sort of hesitance there, especially with his credible background. So the ultimate answer to what if climate change is real or not, or and what is causing it is yes, it is real. And what's causing it? We don't know. We straight up don't know. Is carbon dioxide a greenhouse gas? Yes. The atmosphere has very little carbon dioxide, and it's had much more impurities in the past. So it could be us emitting it, maybe not. We do not know. Anyways, with that, let's get back into the video. And I effed something up. Great. Yeah, this is one block too short. Oh, you know what? I'll fix that when I get back to it. I'm just gonna be lazy. Just not worry about it now. And we've got the walls done. Or wall done. Look at that. Alright, so now we need to do the ceiling, although what I'm gonna do first is the floor and then the other side. So yeah, let's do that. I've got the floor in, so now let's do the other side. Alright, now we've got the other wall done, and now what we need to do is the ceiling. With these lights, I'm pretty sure they are every multiple of 7? It's hard to tell. I think I was trying to do it, although it looks like I'm a bit off. Yeah, I'm a bit off on this side. Am I off here? Okay, yeah, I am off. 200 is not multiple of 7. I think I was just doing every 7 there, although I will like to do every multiple of 7 now. So yeah. Also, something I've noticed is that with some of these walls, I have basalt pillars on the sides, and some of them I don't. As you can see over here, I don't have the like regular basalt pillars on the side along with smooth basalt, polished basalt, sorry. But here I do. Please let me know which one you like better. I do have the smooth basalt or regular basalt pillars um alongside the polished ones in this section, and I don't know which one's better. So yeah, if you can, I'm kind of leaning towards this design, but yeah, if you can, please let me know in the comments section down below because I'd like to hear it. And there's a gas, so just okay. I've got the blackstone on the top in. I'm also gonna get this area filled in as well up to the not the brick wall, just so that this area looks better. And yeah, it's starting to come together, it looks like. So I got most of the roof done, as you can see. I've got these warped log areas in. And now what we only need to do is the very top, which is the polished and smooth basalt, along with the shroom lights, as you can see right there. And this area is now done, and excuse the lag spike. And if you're wondering, yeah, it looks very orange because I haven't put the trapdoors on. As you can see, there are trapdoors on top of the shroom So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next. It takes a long time though. So yeah, let's start it then. And we've got the trapdoors in. And oh my gosh. And this kind of reminds me of the highway system we've got going on that we're building. You know, especially Route 2, just from how long this is. Like, look at this. It is massive. And it intersects there and it keeps on going. Oh my gosh. Not gonna lie, it's kind of satisfying just flying through here. Kind of mesmerizing. I also got this part in, if you're curious. Although there's one thing that we haven't done yet, and that we need to do very badly. And I'm gonna give you a hint. Just look around. See what's different from there and there. Mob proofing. We need to mob proof really bad. We did end up running out of Blackstone, but we were able to get these two sides done. So that is good. Now I just need to go back into the on the Nether floor and mine for 10 more stacks of Blackstone. Yippee! And I've got the buttons in. I also was able to slab off the roof, so now no more mobs should be spawning there. And yeah, we should be good. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like or dislike, depending on how you felt. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out!